This is the plaintiff, Monica Maresca. She says she rented the defendant's house, and when she moved out, he only gave her back $200 of her $5,000 security deposit. She has no idea why. She left the place just as she found it, always paid her rent on time and in full, and was a model tenant. She's suing for $4,800, the money she still owed. This is the defendant, Ralph Del Giorno. He says he and the plaintiff got into a very heated argument because she refused to leave until he returned their full security. He had to call the cops to get her out. Her dogs ruined all his carpeting with urine. Yuck. But yet he was kind enough to even give her $200 of her security back. He's accused of being an unscrupulous landlord.
Monica Maresca.
Yes.
You are suing your former landlord, Ralph Del Giorno.
Yes, ma'am.
For $4,800, the remainder of your security deposit that you say he is wrongfully withholding from you, correct?
Yes.
What happened?
Well, I moved into the defendant's house November 15th, 2009. I moved in, I gave $5,000 security. He wanted 2 months security. Now, living in the house, Stephanie over here, she moved in a month later with me. And then through the course of the year, we had
Who is Stephanie to you?
Just a roommate.
Okay.
So I'm in my 40s. I kept the house very neat. What I wanted to show you was when I first moved in, the puppy had chewed up the whole downstairs going to the basement. All the carpet there was ripped up and chewed up. The puppy that lived in the house before I moved in. Here's a picture of what the stairs that weren't repaired.
Okay. When did you take this picture?
This picture was from, you had this.
I need you to stand up if you're going to address me. Because
in February. It was around my birthday.
Of what year?
It would be 2010 because we moved in November of 2009.
Okay. So you take the picture in February. Why?
It was just we were taking pictures of some of the stuff around the house.
Was that when you were moving out?
No, that's when I was moving in.
Okay. And what did you do with those pictures? Did you send them to the landlord?
Well, it was going down to the basement, so I didn't need to have that.
I mean, I'm just wondering why a person takes a picture and does nothing with it. That's what I don't understand. I need to make sure you didn't just take the picture yesterday. Stop. I need to make sure you didn't just take the picture the other day after you left, where it could have been your puppy that did that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right. It was in February. I know this. It was my birthday.
Can you prove that?
I can't really prove that.
Do you have them in your phone?
No, I don't. I have them on Facebook. They were from my birthday party when I had people over. There's another picture in there as well with plastic on the floor just showing.
Okay, let me see the pictures.
Yeah, because she said, oh, I have this picture of the carpet that was ripped when you first moved in. I said, really? I said, okay, let me have that.
I don't know what this is. What is this?
The security that he's withholding is because he said that the carpets were all damaged and they all needed to be replaced. When we professionally had the carpets cleaned, as well as we rented a carpet cleaner to clean them ourselves. And as you can see in that picture—
Why would you have to do both? Professionally clean them and rent a carpet cleaner? Was it hard to get the stains out?
No, no.
When did you have them professionally cleaned, ma'am?
I cleaned
a year into living
When did you move out?
A year.
When did you move out?
April 15th.
Of what year?
Of 2011.
Okay. And when did you have them cleaned?
We cleaned them like 2 weeks. 2 weeks before we moved out.
Okay. When did you have it professionally cleaned?
A year prior.
About a year prior.
Okay.
I maintained his house clean.
Okay. All right. Apparently you had plastic down on the carpet. Tell me about
plastic.
that. Right.
I'm neurotic. We've got dogs. We've got people coming in and out. This light carpet is so light.
What is that?
That's a sample of the carpet.
This is the carpet.
How did you get
the whole
that
entire
sample
house.
of the carpet?
When in my bedroom in the house, there was, because of, before we were living there, it was frayed. So from moving around, it was fraying the carpet. So we actually had a piece of the carpet replaced that we paid for out of pocket. And the person who did it just gave this to me, and I just held on to it.
Okay.
It's just so light, and I'll be honest, I knew it was all my $5,000. So I was always nervous. So I was always cleaning the carpets.
How many dogs did you have?
I have 2 dogs.
What kind of dogs?
A Rottie mix and a Bulldog mix.
Okay. And how many dogs do you have?
I have one, a miniature beagle.
And was there another roommate with more dogs?
Then there was a girl, Chrissy, and she had like a 1.5, 2 pound mini Shih Tzu.
She was that puppy was only there for the last month that we were living there.
Okay, so we have 3 dogs to 4 dogs living there during the course of the year that you were there. A year?
Yeah.
Year and a half.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
All right, and so you had plastic everywhere?
Yeah, I had plastic all downstairs and upstairs hallway, but not in the bedrooms.
And you had the plastic down, why?
Because the carpet's so light that I was very nervous. I knew that, track marks. At first I tried to have everybody take off their shoes before they came in, but it's hard having 4 roommates, 3 roommates, to keep people taking your shoes off. I said, guys, it's light carpet. I got $5,000 invested in this house. This is my life savings. I'm a single mom on a limited income. We got to keep these carpets clean.
Stop a second. You kept the security deposit, why?
The house was destroyed.
How?
Tremendous urine stains in the front of the house, soaked all the way through the padding, through to the wood. Not one area of the home was cleaned when they left.
May I
in
see
addition
the
to,
do you have pictures?
Judge, I wish I did. Unfortunately,
why wouldn't you have pictures?
In Merrick, 2 weeks before Hurricane Irene, my wife and I had just moved into the house on Mother's Day. So we had tons of boxes and paperwork. All my stuff was in the basement. We had 1.5 feet of water in my basement.
Okay.
Everything, including pictures from our children, everything was destroyed.
Okay.
And I remember my wife and I filtering through the rubbish.
Oh, hold on one second.
Sure.
That's fine when we used to get pictures out of negatives, but when you have pictures.
No, I understand. I had printed them. I had printed everything, and we both have new cell phones, and they were taken from our cell phones.
Okay. So it had nothing to do with the floods. So you have no pictures. Was it repaired, like all the carpeting problem? Did you replace the carpet?
Yes, absolutely. Monica was given.
Do you have the receipts for the new carpeting?
Everything was in one folder, and when my wife and I just.
Okay, seriously, but what are you going to do
Judge, I understand.
Today?
I completely understand.
I'd like you to please defend yourself.
I completely understand, and I wish I could recreate those documents.
Why can't you recreate it? Where did you get the new carpeting from?
A true carpet person. Everything was repaired properly.
Fabulous. You know their name?
I don't have all of the.
I didn't ask that. Do you know their name?
I think it's Carpet Express.
Do you know their name?
No, but can I just?
Do you know the name of the company that you?
I don't.
How could you not know their name?
I tried to get all the stuff together.
And what happened?
But to be general and direct, this is not about us. She came to my home a few months earlier and spoke to my wife, explaining to us that she wants the documents because her tenants, her roommates owed her money for security.
It was in September. She banged on my door. I went to it. I saw that she was standing there. She told me, she asked me if Ralph had the documents that they signed when the police were there because she was looking to sue.
What documents that they signed?
When the lease termination.
Right.
Documents explaining how much money they would get back.
Whoa. Hold on.
Okay.
She comes to your house and she says, do you have the lease termination documents that we signed?
Those aren't the words that she used. She asked me if Ralph had the documents that they signed because she was trying to sue her ex-roommate for the money she owed
What
her.
money did your ex-roommate owe you? Rent or something else?
Her half of the security deposit. I told her.
Because the security deposit was taken for damages and you never collected security deposit from your other roommates?
Exactly.
Am I correct?
Yes.
So that's what she came for.
I gathered because you guys are friendly. Okay, so I know she doesn't have a problem with you. Okay, I want you to stop a second. What is she referring to when she says the documents that were signed?
Right as we're getting ready, we're moving out that day, Ralph comes up to me and he goes, here's a piece of paper, you're getting $200 back.
Okay,
I said,
can
$200
I see the piece of paper
back?
everybody keeps referring to?
Yes. Sure. I said, $200 back. I said, I gave you $5,000.
She has everything. If I had it, I would give it to you.
The day she moved out, she asked me if she could hug my husband. So she asked me permission to hug my husband because she was sorry for everything she put him through.
And what was it she put you through?
When they moved in 2009, it was Monica and her son alone. She came to me with financial problems, struggling to pay the rent. She asked if she can bring in 2 family members that she was close with, 2 females. Then there was another male that she had interjected saying that was a family member as well. We signed a new lease. I kept the $5,000 security in place. Those roommates were supposed to pay her back security. In that year's time, they never got along once. I was there mediating issues with them 3 or 4 different occasions. That's why the one male kept sending me pictures. I wish I had them, of urine stains all over the home. And he didn't want to give Monica security because he knew they would never get it back because the dogs were destroying the home. He agreed to leave if he didn't have to pay anything, and they were more than happy to agree to that. And I agreed to have his portion of that rent removed. He moved out peacefully. I then gave them a 90-day termination of lease because my wife was pregnant. We needed to move back into the home to have additional space. Monica did not agree with any of the receipts and some of the fees for the carpets and the destruction of the home, and she kept arguing with me about that and threatening to stay because she knew that she would not be able to be evicted for months, and she knew the situation that we were in. When I went to the house the day that we were supposed to leave, her ex-husband was there and threatening me with who he knew and all these things about, they don't have to leave, they can stay there as long as they want. I felt threatened for me and my family, and I knew I wasn't going to have recourse for months. I called the police. The police officers actually had them sign the back of their business cards to say that they would be leaving the next day.
Were you threatening not to leave and telling him about how you knew that the system would take quite a while to get you out because you knew his wife was pregnant? Would you like to respond to any of that?
No, I never, ever. I took care of that house. I paid money to have it professionally cleaned. I covered it with carpet. My dogs, I have proof here.
What is this?
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So is it almost a certainty that somebody with 4 dogs for a year and a half in a house is going to do damage to the carpet, the dogs will? What do you think?
It is a certainty. YOLO.
Is it? Or can you take care of dogs where that's not going to happen?
You can take care of dogs, but dogs can also do what they're going to do.
Is it probable that dogs would make a mess after 4 years?
Yeah, it's probable to me. I think it's pretty obvious and certain.
You haven't met my dog. Going inside the courtroom.
He just handed me that at the end.
Okay, do you know what he just handed you? Money owed will go to Monica, Maresca, and Ralph will not pursue civil matter if all is resolved. Ralph will return $200 in cash. 4/17 at 12 p.m. when the work begins and tenants have left on the above date. Did the police broker the agreement?
They wanted that written in front of us.
Did you sign that, Monica?
Yes, she did.
Okay, then why is it that you are in court if you guys have a settlement of the issue?
That was written for the sole purpose of the other roommate who had owed the security.
I'm sorry, Monica Mariska.
Correct.
Is that your signature? Yes, right? Okay. So, and Stephanie, who's Stephanie? That would be you.
Correct.
So the 2 people who are standing here, you 2 signed this document that talks about how it's all settled. If he gives you $200 and you move out and now it's not all settled and you want to reopen everything?
He said that what happened with the police was that he came in, he was having
Ladies. Yes. You signed a waiver, a release.
Right.
Why don't I have to hold you to your signature?
Well, I understand that I signed that, but I'm at the house. Okay, I'm on disability for panic disorder. Okay, I can't. He's a big guy. Okay, I know that legally I could have stayed in the house.
The police were there. You're scared of the big guy with the police there?
How can he charge me $4,800? I have proof here that my dogs
why did you sign this?
I shouldn't have. I should have just
and
lived in his house.
when you do, what am I supposed to do? Infantilize you because you're a single mother? I mean, what am I supposed to do? I'm on panic disorder. I'm a single mother. He's a big guy. What am I supposed to do? You sign something saying, we'll be out. You'll give us $200. It'll all be over. You won't sue us for all the damages here. We're all settling all of this. And then you turn around, ignore this, sue him, and tell me that I have to ignore this. No. No, I don't. Verdict for the defendant.
All right, so the plaintiff comes out first on the losing end of this case. That document speaks for itself. How can you say they're lying when you sign the document?
Well, I don't care.
The document was signed because of the fact that the other roommate had owed the money, not Monica.
But the thing speaks for itself. I mean, it says
Right.
the issue
I'm just
was...
here for moral support. So.
Moral support, okay. She needs it right around that way. All right, so you come on in here and...
How you doing?
How are you? So you satisfied how this finally works out?
Yes, finally.
What were they like as tenants?
In the beginning, they tried to portray themselves as, the single mom and the son that needed to go to school in the neighborhood, and I felt really bad. And it's unfortunate that we got to taken advantage of the way we did, and we had to intervene in all this.
Well, they said they had the rugs all covered with plastic and everything.
The dogs were peeing all over them, right? I would do that too. Wouldn't you?
Harvey?
This is really simple. You just cannot get out of a settlement agreement that you sign. Excuses simply don't cut it. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.